the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Purdue Boilermakers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Groupers ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Purdue's offense will get first crack at it today. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Stein. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Wants to throw on third down. He's got him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Back has it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Boilermaker! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Groupers offense will get the ball for the first time. They'll run the option. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on the short game.
Yeah, from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Groupers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The option look. He'll toss it. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Playing the option meant consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but in the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Purdue. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the handoff. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The groupers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Out of the gun, the inside kick. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Back to pass. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Some misdirection with the counter. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And the Boilermakers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Using the quick game. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the snap, it's Hurtado. Touchdown, Purdue! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Here comes the option. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The groupers line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory. Gets 15 and a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parrish. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They'll run the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
That's reeled in. It's Peterson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The groupers will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll run the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got his man quickly. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give from the gun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. And now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the groupers will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field. And they just kind of sneak that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+, I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Running back searching for a hole.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The give to the back.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Hurtado. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players. Open field, this pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Boilermakers have their offense in high gear.
Green 25.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass on second down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers will have it 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 10 over the Stallions. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, And it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop it 4 yards short of the marker. The Groupers will punt this one away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Get set, get set.
Handoff from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Quarterback takes a knee. It'll be 3rd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Waited so long to start the season. It's just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to